Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one furry boy, Never, and you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? These are the jokes, kids. Laugh! And it's Wednesday again, my friends, and I want to thank you all for being my YouTube friends once again. Aww. I know I get flack for saying this every week, but I truly do mean it. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button and that little bell icon and sticking with me through thick and thin. I don't know what I do to deserve you. Thank you for making me feel like I'm not alone. No shout outs this week. No one's really making me super happy. I'll shout out Minecraft just because Minecraft, I wish I was playing it with you guys right now. I wish I could join a server, but the computer's the way it is, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to join you guys somewhere. With all that said, you didn't come here to listen to me prattle on about whatever. You came here for a movie review, so let's get right into it, shall we? And today's movie is Fast and the Furious, Hobbs Shaw. It is a PG-13 movie. It is 2 hours and 17 minutes. Don't have time to ADD because it's an action-adventure that is not light on the action or the adventure. The story is a little but we'll get into that in a little bit. Director David Leitch did this picture. He did Deadpool 2, Atomic Blonde. Chris Morgan and Drew Pearce did the writing on this based on the characters of Gary Scott Thompson. Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Yeah, I think he's no longer a wrestler. He is definitely a movie star. I keep seeing him in everything and everywhere. And he's definitely stepped away from his WWE days. Jason Statham, geez, I'm having trouble with names tonight, has great chemistry with Dwayne Johnson. I don't know what they do. I guess they hang out and do crazy stuff together or something because they seem like old buddies. And aside from the male anatomy jokes between them, work well together in the movies. Idris Elba, I love him. He can play soulful, he can play the straight man, and he can play a villain like nobody's business. You can hate him, not because he's a bad guy, but because because of his ambition. Vanessa Kirby, love her. Her character really fills out the movie. She doesn't seem like she's just arm candy or romance. She has lots to say. She seems very fleshed out as a character. I love Helen Mirren too. She is a great actor. I just wish there was more to her part than just being. Our production company was Universal Pictures, who is also our distributor here in the United States of America. God bless America, land that I love. Our special effects companies was Double Negative, Frame Store, and Rise Visual Effects. I kind of like not having to read 900 names for a movie that has this much beautiful visual effects in it. I kind of do miss the old days of Tammy fast forwarding through things, but she's not with us right now. She's on vacation, and she will be back soon, and maybe we'll have this again sooner or later. With all that said, my thoughts on the picture. I have to say that I like it, even though Tyrese doesn't like it. He said this is a fail for the Fast and the Furious franchise. I don't see why. I really do like it. The chemistry between Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham really does work for me. Is this a Fast and the Furious movie, though? I don't know. There's just not enough car for me in this one. The cars were the big part of the Fast and the Furious movies, and them doing things far beyond that of mortal cars is always, And like I said, sometimes this is the WWE of car movies, where cars can fly and jump and everything, and they do fly in this movie, but not in the way you think. And I do like that they've kind of gotten away from. They've gotten more into the performance cars. British cars, and the rat rods in Samoa with the hot rod trucks, the all-wheel drive, and they've moved away from the import rice rockets of the previous films. And those cars will always hold a special place in my heart, even though they're starting to fade as part of the car culture. There's still a great deal of them out there, and there's still a great deal of really good-looking rice rocket cars. I think the over-the-top paint jobs and stuff has become a thing of the past, and it's more of an understated, what you can do under the hood kind of feel now. But that's just my thoughts on that. Although they have been really moving away from those and moving more to the American muscle and performance cars too. But is making this a Fast and the Furious film right? Spin-offs are usually not that great, but I have to admit this is a good start to a new series. And leaving the, Dr. Claw, Inspector Gadget guy, voice in a speaker kind of thing, does leave it open for that. And I'm really hoping to see another one of these soon. They are making 2 more Fast and the Furious, 9 and 10, coming up soon, I think next year. Beginning of next year, I think, is the 9th movie in the series, and end of next year is the 10th. I'm not quite sure on those dates. I'm pulling this off the top of my head, and I'm bad with dates and numbers. I do want to see what CinemaSins thinks. I do kind of care, because I tend to glaze over things and overlook things and jump around a little bit in my review, because certain things hit me at certain times, and my train of thought isn't always that great. So I do want to see what they think about this, because I like it, but I feel it does have its issues, and that's important to me, that at least some of my assumptions are validated. Now, for all of you who fast-forwarded, you come to the inside of the ballpark thing, you want to know the numbers, you want to know where I stand on this. It's a 7.1 on IMDb. That's a decent film rating, and it's a 66% on the tomato meter, which I like it. The audience score is 90%, which that should be certified fresh, but I understand you got to be in the 90s, in the low 90s to even get certified fresh with Rotten Tomatoes. I don't understand their total counts and things like that. It doesn't make really sense the way things are. The way they do things now to me. So, definite TV watch, DVD buy. Even though I fell out of the Fast and the Furious series around 7, and kind of felt that the series had gotten passé at that point. But this is definitely a bring back for me. DVD buy, of course. Theory watch, yes, but I have other things to do this week, and I just won't be able to get back to it. And I have to watch something new next week, because I think the Angry Birds movie comes out either this week or next. I'm not sure. I have to check my calendar and stuff. I'm going to leave it at that. With all that said, if you like what you see in here, make sure you click that like button. Likes mean the video gets shared elsewhere, and thank you for doing so. I can't thank you enough for doing it. What else? All comments are 100% guaranteed response. You know what that means. Don't need to go into the spiel anymore. People are getting bored with it, and I know it's time to do something fresh. And yes, I got to ask. I have an Amazon. I have a Patreon. You guys do pay for things and cover my expenses. You keep the lights on, and you keep me from ending up at the unemployment office trying to find a job. And thank you for your donations so far, and thank you for supporting my American dream. And if you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you click that subscribe button and that little bell icon.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye!